Hi there, it's me again. I thought I'd do an update on my ESA claim or Employment Support Allowance claim. A while back, I did a video on my assessment and what I had to go through, how I had to answer it, and things like that. I I have to say, it wasn't actually for the ESA. I thought I was applying for an ESA, and what it was a capability assessment. So a WCA. So many acronyms out there, it's difficult to keep up. Anyhow, the work capability assessment I passed. So if you've seen my other video on the ESA assessment, I passed that, but it wasn't the ESA assessment, it was the work capability assessment. I passed that. It took 2 months for the um, like the notification to come through to say that I'd passed it and that I would be allowed to have an allowance given to me each week. And the way it works on the work capability allowance is they give you a universal credit account and they add that on to your universal credit account. Unfortunately, with universal credit, my earnings are obviously zero. I don't work anymore. Um, but my wife's earnings were above the threshold for universal credit, and the DWP, Department for Work and Pensions, um, look at your household as a whole in terms of earnings. So unfortunately, even though I was allowed the money, I couldn't get to it because um, our earnings were too high in the household, even though I don't earn anything, which it is what it is. You know, that's how universal credit and the associated things work for universal credit. So once I got that through and found out that I wasn't getting ESA, I thought, well, how do I get it? So I went on the DWP site. I typed in ESA. Um, I just did a search in the search bar or something like that, or how do I get ESA or something like that. And right there on the DWP site, it leads you through how to actually um, apply for it. So you type in your name, your national insurance number, or your personal details, address, where you'd like your money to go to, all that sort of thing. And it tells you at the end of that process how quickly they are going to get back to you with a decision. In my case, I applied at the beginning of December or thereabouts, and I was notified it said they would notify me on the 23rd, and they notified me on the 23rd. I got a phone call from them, and they said, yeah, you're allowed it. We're going to backdate it to, a couple of months ago. I think it's 3 months that they allowed for it. Sometimes they might ask you to do a work capability assessment, which I'd already done. So they put those two together. Fine, that was all good. It turned out from the work capability assessment that I was allowed like more than the standard amount. So I get ESA now. I get employment support allowance alongside my PIP. So that's fantastic. So if the if any of you've applied for ESA as well, being not able to work, they after a while they say, you've got to prove that obviously you can't work and you're not working, and um, they want sort of proof of your illness up front, like a doctor's certificate or like the work capability assessment or any background information from rheumatologists or anything like that. And they make the decision based on that. And so, yeah, if any of you are in that position, it's there. Go to the DWP website and or just type into Google, how do I apply for ESA? It's there. You know, I I I don't see any reason why you wouldn't. They can only say no. That's the way I kind of looked at it. And I think once you start getting it, they might say to you, depending on what sort of level of um, a disease you're at, or if you've got anything else wrong with you. So I've got AS, I've got epilepsy. I also suffer from depression, anxiety, and so I've got a whole bunch of stuff going on, unfortunately. And because of that, they do an assessment based on what your the timing of basically when you're likely to then be in a position to do another doctor's note or something like that. So you might get it indefinitely. Who knows? But yeah, I go for it. Apply for it if you can, if you're in that position. So that's me signing off for now. I just thought I'd update you with that, and I'll see you on the next video.